Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I saw quite a few people in the chat already, and I'm pretty excited to share some things with you guys. As I said in my title, I'm going to be talking about some traditions that I came across around the world, and then I'm going to share some Christmas memories with you guys. And I'm hoping that you share your memories with me as well. I wanted to have this be a fun broadcast and stay away from the doom and gloom because it is supposed to be a season of joy and giving and loving one another. And so that is what this stream is going to be about. So I hope everyone can hear me and see me okay. I see quite a few people in there. I saw Vision. I saw Maria. Hello. Much love to you. Penny Pinching Prepper. Hello. Sassy Gal. Filipino Boy. Mickey. Hello. Milk and Honey, and Fuzzy. I saw you in here, and actually, I'm glad you're in here, and you'll know why here in just a minute. Um, so first of all, I want to tell you guys, since Fuzzy is in here, he shared this book with me, and I wanted to tell you guys about it real quick before we go into these traditions. He shared it on his page, and if y'all haven't checked out Fuzzy's page, please do check it out. He is very knowledgeable. He's been around for quite a while, and he knows a good bit of information of skills and so forth that are lost. So Fuzzy suggested that I buy this book. It's called Back to Basics. Oh, look, you can see my ring light. Okay, so it's called Back to Basics, and this book is it's so cool, you guys. It really teaches you a ton of different skills that they used to do back when my mom was a kid. And this book is the third edition, and it is buying and working land, generating your own energy, raising livestock, enjoying your harvest, household skills and crafts, and more. So I wanted to thank Fuzzy for telling me about this book. And the reason I'm actually telling you guys about this book is because I actually ordered two of them. So one of them, this one, I am going to be giving away later on in this stream. So I want to share this with you guys because it's a great book. And as I said, thank you, Fuzzy, for telling me about it. And if you did my drawing before, I am going to do it the same way where I'm going to give you guys a word. You guys will all put this word in, and then I'm going to give this away closer to the end of the stream. And if you don't win, if you want to look for it yourself, Milk and Honey, I saw you have this book, so you know this is a really good book. This is by Abigail R. Garing. So, anyways, I just want to let you guys know since I got two of them, I want to give one of them back to the community and share it with you guys. So, traditions. I want to tell you some of these traditions, these Christmas traditions I came about. Hello, Fed Up American. Are quite interesting. And some of them are kind of neat, but one of them is kind of scary. And I am going to share these with you. So, one of them, the first one I came across was the Giant Lantern Festival in the Philippines. It says, I wish I could share my screen. If I had two monitors, I would share it with y'all, but I don't have two monitors. It's held each year on the Saturday before Christmas Eve in the city of San Fernando, the Christmas capital of the Philippines. The festival attracts spectators from all over the country and across the globe. 11 villages take part in the festival, and competition is fierce as everyone pitches in trying to build the most elaborate lantern. Originally, the lanterns were simply creations around half a meter in diameter made from papel de Japón, Japanese origami paper, and lit by candle. Today, the lanterns are made from a variety of materials and have grown to around 6 meters in size. That is huge for a lantern. Huge. Wow. Okay. So that was the first one I came across, and I thought that was neat because um, we're all about Christmas lights here around Christmas. We go and we see the Christmas lights, and we drive to the nearest city park and just look at all the festive lights and the decorations on the houses. It's something that my mom used to do with me. We would drive around the neighborhood and just look at the lights. So this is pretty neat that they actually do it lantern style, the old lantern style with paper and candles. I thought that was pretty cool. So the next one is in Sweden. So since 1966, a 13-meter tall Yule goat has been built in the center of, I'm going to butcher this, Gavles Castle Square for the Advent. But the Swedish Christmas tradition has unwittingly led to another tradition of sorts. So the new tradition, after they get up this huge lit up goat, is that they try to burn it down. I'm not really sure why you would want to do that. But since 1966, the goat has been successfully burned down 29 times. And the most recent time was in 2016. So the goat goes up in Sweden on December 1st, and it does not say when it comes down. Um, but I guess it became from having this huge lit up goat in their square to trying to burn this goat down. So I thought that was very strange. Hey, Wolfgang, welcome. All right. Now, this one, actually, I wonder if you guys can, maybe I can share it to where you can at least see these pictures. Give me a second. Let me see if I can figure this out. Oh, here we go. All right, guys. So these are the lanterns. And as you can see, here's the people here. So you can see how huge these lanterns are compared to the spectators down here below. And then this one is the goat, this lit up goat in their square in Sweden. The Gavle goat or Gavli goat. One of those two. Not really sure. Okay. So then we have, this is the one that really creeped me out. And I'm not sure why you would want to do this. This is in Austria. Has anyone in my chat heard of Krampus? Surprisingly, one of my coworkers actually heard of Krampus. She said he's named Saint Krampus, and I'm not sure why you would name him that. Um, but basically, Austria, according to this little bit in this article, scares their children into being good for Christmas. It's a beast like demon creature that roams city streets, frightening kids and punishing the bad ones. It is St. Nicholas's evil accomplice, Krampus. An Austrian tradition, St. Nicholas rewards nice little boys and girls, while Krampus is said to capture the naughtiest children and whisk them away in his sack. In the first week of December, young men dressed up as the Krampus, especially on the eve of St. Nicholas Day, frighten children with clattering chains and bells. This to me would just absolutely traumatize a child. I would not want this anywhere around my children. And I'm not really sure how you could take a holiday that is meant to remind people of the birth of Jesus and turn it into a demon chasing children around and scaring them, making them think that they're going to be kidnapped if they're naughty. But I'll share this. I'll share one of the masks with you guys. If you have small children watching, please don't let them see this because they will have nightmares from this. Um, but it is horrific. At least I think it is. I would never want my children to see this. So this is Krampus or Krampus. This is what they wear in the streets to chase children around to scare them into being good. I think that's terrible. So, why wouldn't you just teach your children to be good? Why do you have to scare your children into being good? Just my thoughts. So, that was the worst tradition that I actually came across, that I would never ever be a part of by any means. And then the next one, yes, exactly. Vision. That is exactly right. That is what I thought when I saw that is either him or his little minions going around and scaring children. It's terrible. So the next article, though, you guys, I thought this was pretty funny. This one made me chuckle. Is this is in Japan? So Christmas has never been a big deal in Japan, aside from a few small secular traditions such as gift giving and light displays. Christmas remains largely a novelty in the country. However, a new quirky tradition has emerged in recent years. You guys will love this. The Christmas Day feast of the Colonel's very own Kentucky Fried Chicken. Their tradition is Kentucky Fried Chicken Christmas dinner. So the festive menu will soon be advertised on the KFC Japan website. And the menu is in Japanese, but they'll have pictures so you know what you're ordering. Yeah, so if you ever don't want to have the ham or the lamb or the roast or the turkey, just order KFC for Christmas because that's a tradition in Japan. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know how I'd feel about having a KFC dinner for Christmas, but I guess if they don't really celebrate Christmas, which I'm interested in looking into why, but um, that's interesting that their dinner is KFC. Deep fried spam. Are you gonna have that on your table for Christmas? So then the next one is in Iceland. And I thought this one was kind of cute too. And I'll share the picture of this one. I didn't think y'all wanted to see the KFC picture because you guys know what KFC looks like. So in the Yule Lads in Iceland, or they're called the Yule Lads in Iceland, in the 13 days leading up to Christmas, oh, 13 tricky troll like characters come out to play in Iceland. The Yule Lads, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the Icelandic words here, visit the children across the country over the 13 nights leading up to Christmas. For each night of Yuletide, children place their best shoes by the window, and a different Yule lad visits, leaving gifts for nice girls and boys and rotting potatoes for the naughty ones. Plaid is traditional Icelandic costume. These fellows are pretty mischievous, and their names hint at the type of trouble they like to cause. And I'm gonna butcher these names, but I'll try and then I'll tell you what they mean. Stekjastar. I know that sounded silly. Sheep cot clod is the translation. Uh, Gilyajar, which is translation gollygawk. Uh, Stuffer, which is translated to stubby. I can't even pronounce this one because these aren't even letters in our language, but it translates to spoon licker. Then there's a potaskafil, which is translated to pot scraper. Then there is askaslikir, which is translated to Bowl liquor, Puro Skiller. You guys are probably laughing at me trying to pronounce these words, which is translated to door slammer. Skyragummer, which is Skyer Gobbler. And I'm not going to try to pronounce that one either. It is translated to sausage swiper. Yeah, you're going to have the troll named Sausage Swiper coming to your children. That's very strange. Then you have yeah, I'm not trying that one either. Translates to window peeper. Then you have another one I'm not going to try to translate. That doorway sniffer. Ket crocker, which is meat hook, and Kurt Tensnicker, candle stealer. Um, yeah, those are all the trolls that would come visit your children. Uh, 13 days leading up to Christmas in Iceland. So I will show you this picture of these guys all dressed up, and then you guys can also maybe try to pronounce some of these names that I wasn't even going to try some of them. So I'm going to share this. So these are their little outfits that they wear around town. And these are the names that I butchered severely. So we have Sleepcot Clod, Bullygawk, Stubby, Spoon Licker, Pot Scraper, Bull Licker, Door Slammer, Skyer Gobbler, Sausage Swiper, Window Peeper, Doorway Sniffer, Meat Hook, and Candle Stealer. Yeah, I thought that yeah, yeah. They probably are related to Joe. Um I would guess at least a couple of them are. Okay, so then we have in Germany, and I'm going to share a memory on this one. We have St. Nicholas Day in Germany, not to be confused with Father Christmas. Nicholas travels by donkey in the middle of the night on December 6th, which is Nicholas Tag, and leaves little treat like coins, chocolates, oranges, and toys in the shoes of good children all over Germany and partially in the Bavarian region. St. Nicholas also visits children in schools or at home, and in exchange for sweets or a small present, each child must recite a poem, sing a song, or draw a picture. In short, he's a great guy, but it isn't always fun and games. St. Nicholas often brings along farmhand Rupert, a devil like character dressed in dark clothes covered with bells and a dirty beard. Um, Farmhand Rupert carries a stick or a small whip in hand to punish any children who misbehave. So, this is where I am going to share my personal story of St. Nicholas Day. When I was younger, I lived in Germany. I was an army brat, and I participated in this holiday. So on December 5th, the evening of December 5th, I would put my boots outside of the front door. And in the morning, I would either have, as it said, chocolates or coins or fruits. Or if you were naughty, you would get a switch. And one year, I was very naughty and I was left a switch. So my mom she hung the switch on the wall in the dining room so that I could see it every day that I came home from school. And if I was good at school, if she wasn't told anything that I did wrong, the switch would shrink a little bit each day. And if I continued to be good up until Christmas, right before Christmas, like Christmas Eve, my switch would be gone, and Santa would come on Christmas Eve, and I would have gifts on Christmas Day. Well, my switch, I was good, and my switch had shrunk down over a few days to about half of its size. Well, a switch twigs, a bunch of twigs that you could get that your parents would spank you with, basically back in the old days. It was a bundle of um, twigs that they pulled off of a tree, so they were still soft. And if you got spanked with them, it hurt and it would leave a mark. So I came home from school one day and I was very, very naughty. And my switch grew back to the original size. And I was bawling. And my mom was like, "Well, you must have done something at school for it to grow back." And I was like, "I didn't know it could grow back. That's not fair. I've been good all this time." Well, of course, come to find out, because my mother was very, she liked to play jokes. And my mother, when she got the switch, took half of it and set it aside. So when I was showing my butt, basically, she could make it grow. And I didn't find this out until years later, that she did this. I still, until I was in my teens, did not know how this switch grew again from my childhood. But my mother, she was very, very smart. So I had the magic switch that when I was naughty, it grew back. And needless to say, I did a whole lot of extra chores to make the switch shrink back down for my mother to show how good I was. And the switch disappeared by Christmas. Um, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff my mom used to prank me with when I was younger, amongst other things. But I wanted to share that story because, um, yeah, she definitely got me. She definitely got me. So this is people dressed up just like Saint Nick and his helper. And I know that it made it sound really scary, but it's not as scary as the uh, that other one at all. I don't think it's scary at all, really. But this is St. Nicholas Day in Germany. So you'd put your boots outside and hope for candy and coins and fruit. And if you were bad, you either got coal or a switch. And I, one year, got a switch, magic switch. Yeah, shoes were definitely wooden spoons is another one. Rulers, the paddle balls. Remember the old paddle balls when the ball broke off? That became an actual paddle. I made the mistake of, my mom spanked me with a wooden spoon once, and I made the mistake of laughing at her. And she said, she basically asked me if I thought that was funny, and I kept laughing. And then she went to the kitchen and pulled out the plastic spoon. I didn't think that was funny anymore. And you only get that once or twice before you start learning to behave. I was a very mischievous child, which I'm sure you all can tell. So in Norway, guys, in Norway, so it says one of the most unorthodox Christmas Eve traditions in Norway is where people hide their brooms. It's a tradition that dates back centuries to when people believed that witches and evil spirits came out on Christmas Eve looking for brooms to ride on. To this day, many people still hide their brooms in the safest place in the house to stop them from being stolen. So in Norway, they hide their brooms so that the witches and evil spirits cannot find them and ride them. Not really sure what that has to do with anything uh, remotely close to Christmas, but it's definitely a strange tradition. Oh, yes, White Rabbit, the fly swatter. Yeah, I didn't like that either. Yep, the belt. Yes, there you go. You used to have to cut your own switches. Yep. And in my house, if it wasn't a sufficient switch, then the parents would go get one, and it would be 10 times worse than the one that you tried to getting away with at your own pick to have it easy on you, which is definitely no fun. Maria says one Christmas, um, you got time out while your siblings opened their presents because you got up too early. You must have almost caught Santa Claus then, I'm gonna guess. Or were you sneaking down trying to shake presents before anyone woke up? I actually was never one of those kids that snuck around and tried to find um, the presents because I knew, well, I was told that if I ever did and I found them, then Santa would never come back to my house again. So I was too scared to actually go look for presents. Yeah, that's what would have gotten you in more trouble. You definitely had to get one that was worth it, or your parents went and got a much larger, thicker one. So we have in Venezuela, um, in Venezuela, they every Christmas Eve, the city's residents head to the church in the early morning. So far, so normal, but for reasons known only to them, they go to the church on roller skates. This unique tradition is so popular that roads across the city are closed to cars so that people can skate to church safely. Before heading home for the less than traditional Christmas dinner of tamales, let's see. Yeah, so after they go to church on roller skates, the whole city, they have Christmas dinner and have tamales. That's interesting. That's in Venezuela. Yep, I figured. They go home on skateboards. No, roller skates. It says that they take the whole city of Caracas, Venezuela goes to church on roller skates. I wonder how that works for people that don't know how to roller skate. Do they stick them in like a little wagon and pull them along? Hmm. And I'd show you the picture, but it's literally just a pan with tamales in it. So in Colombia, the day of the little candles in Colombia, it's called Little Candles Day, marks the start of the Christmas season across Colombia in honor of the Virgin Mary and the Immaculate Conception. People place candles and paper lanterns in their windows, balconies, and front yards. The tradition of candles has grown, and now entire towns and cities across the country are lit up with the elaborate display. Some of the best are found in Cumbaya, where neighborhoods compete to see who can create the most impressive arrangement. And this is kind of pretty, but I wish that they would have shown a better picture um, to really give credit to this. So they just literally have candles along their balconies and their streets and so forth. And the lanterns. I think that'd be kind of pretty. Okay. They have training wheels. I could see that. People that can't ride them, put them in training wheels. I could totally see that. Hey, Ark Wildman, you just missed a whole bunch of really neat um, traditions around the globe. I've got one left, which is Toronto. So in Toronto, the annual, I'm probably going to butcher this one too. Cavalcade of Lights marks the official start of the holiday season. The first cavalcade took place in 1967 to show off Toronto's newly constructed City Hall and Nathan Phillips Square. The square and Christmas tree are illuminated by more than 300,000 energy efficient LED lights to shine from dusk until 11 p.m. New Year's Eve. On top of that, they do fireworks and ice skating. So that is how they celebrate Christmas. Lights like us, and then fireworks and ice skating. And this picture doesn't really do justice. It's literally just looks like some flares in the air. But that was pretty neat. That was, I think 11 places from around the world. And they're strange and or scary and or borderline creepy traditions. Um, I don't know. I my tradition that I remember is what I shared in Germany with putting the boots outside. I can share some memories that I had um, from Christmas past. I remember when I was really little, I had to be about maybe 5 years old. And I went to bed because Santa was coming. And I did not learn this until I was older, but apparently I turned Rudolph into a cannibal because I used to leave Rudolph beef jerky and deer jerky every Christmas because I just knew that he would love it. So instead of leaving carrots for Rudolph, I would always leave him beef jerky or deer jerky, which I didn't realize was something, there was something wrong with that until I was older. But I went to bed, I put my cookies out, I put my note out, and I went to bed. And when you get in that half sleep state and half awake state, and you're kind of aware of what's going on around you, um, but you're just too tired to really get up and look around. Well, I felt in the middle of the night this little fuzzy beard on my cheek and a kiss, which I found out years later when I woke up all excited that Santa had came to see me in the middle of the night and give me a kiss in the middle of the night. Of course, I found out years later that my mom actually snuck into my bedroom and basically dusted my cheek with some cotton balls and gave me a kiss. And it took years before I realized, or before I was even told it was her. And my mom always told me, she never told me that Santa wasn't real. She always told me he was as real as I would like him to be. Um, so I wanted Santa to be real up until I was 12 years old. Um, and he was. He was very real to me um, until I was older, and kids would make fun of me, and I really didn't care because it was my reality and it wasn't hurting me any. And I had Santa's kiss to prove it. So that was one of my youngest memories that my mom actually did for me when I was younger. One of the best memories I have with my son, and he was actually older, he was a teen. I put him on a scavenger hunt. He must have been maybe 14, 15. And I bet I wrote out at least 10, 15 directions of what he had to do, where he had to go, in order to find this final gift. And his final gift was actually, I had saved up all year for it. I got him an Xbox and I had wrapped it up and I put it underneath the Christmas tree. I put the tree skirt over the gift and then the tree on top of it. So it was literally sitting there uh, for like 2 weeks. By the when we put the Christmas tree up, it had been there the whole time, untouched, and he was never aware, no clue that it was there. So I put my son on a scavenger hunt. I made him go upstairs, outside, to the mailbox, in the backyard, in the garage. I mean, I literally ran him around for probably a good 30, 45 minutes, having him follow these directions. And the very last clue was X marks the spot under the tree. And he ran to the tree and he was just looking all over around the tree skirt and in the tree and behind the tree. And he was like, Mom, there's nothing here. And I said, read your clue again. What does it say? And um, he said, it says X marks the spot under the tree. I said, okay. I said, so have you looked under the tree? And he said, yes, Mom, there's nothing there. I said, Michael, I said, look at it carefully. Have you actually looked under the tree? And the light bulb, you could see the light bulb click on. And he lifted up, we had a little tree, just so you know. He wasn't like lifting a 6-foot tree, but he lifted the little tree and picked up the skirt, and there was his Xbox. And he just absolutely lit up because it was a rough year money wise. We had just moved in and hours were shortened at work. We weren't getting as much overtime. And when you move into a new place renting, you have to have first month's, last month's, and deposit for rent. So it was a rough year. And this was his one gift. Everything else was little tiny things, maybe a pair of slippers or something. But this was the one gift that he didn't expect and surprised him, made him light up like as if he were a small child. Um, and Christmas morning came and Santa brought these presents. Um, but it was nice to see him back into that child innocence for just a second. Um, yeah, that was great. I don't really I am that's about all the memories I'm gonna share this time, that I could think of at kind of a last minute. I wasn't originally gonna share some memories, but I did wanna share those because they were awesome. Um, December 24th, I don't know if you guys saw this, um, but December 24th, I'm having a giveaway, a holiday giveaway, and I hope that you guys can make it. I put on the post tentative sponsors because they are shipping things to me. But if it doesn't get here in time, then I'll have to do a second drawing. But the names on there are participating. I have received some of the stuff. I don't know if you can see it back there. So I've got the Nutrient Survival Bravo pack and oops, wrong way. Nutrient Survival hat and T-shirt, and then right here is a Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival patch that he's sending me a couple of other things to give away to you all, and then I've got the mini IFAC um, from my medic, and then back here, which you can't see all of it, but I have a few SOG things back here that I'll be giving away too, which I'm pretty excited about. One of them is it's called a tactical ferro rod. So it has a tactical end, a whistle, a ferro rod, and something else. I can't remember right now. But anyways, those are going to be given away. And then I have some things coming from Survival Frog. Um, Post where? Oh no, on my community page, White Rabbit. I have it on my community page. So I already have it scheduled for the 24th. I have to look at what time. I can't remember at the moment. But it's on December 24th, and the giveaway is going to be here, um, live streaming, and it's probably the whole stream. Pretty much is probably going to be giving away these things. I have Survival Frog sending me quite a bit of stuff. Let me see if I can find it. I can tell you guys what they're sending me because I'm pretty excited about that. I have Top Extracts sending me, thank you, Vision, sending me a gift package. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Oh. So Survival Frog is sending me a Hydro Stop dry bag, a tacked bivy, a paracord survival kit, and some survival tip playing cards. So I'm waiting for those to arrive. And those everything that I receive from these sponsors, guys, is going back to you. And I really am grateful for you guys sticking around and being here with me. Oh, you know what? Do we want to do the giveaway real quick before I get all mushy? You guys ready to do the giveaway? We have about 15 minutes left in this stream. Um, there is 17 people in the stream, so we lost some already, which is okay because then that's a better chance for you all to win this book. So we will. Let me pull up the giveaway tool, and I will share this. Mushy mushy. Share this one. All right, guys. So we are going to, the word is going to be book. All capital letters, book. So if you type that into the chat, it should start. There we go. Okay. So there's 3 entries as of now, and I will give it um, I'll give it a few minutes here for people to get in, and that way I can also see the chat because I cannot see the chat with that up. It's still running though, so make sure you put book all caps. And while I'm waiting to see if all 17 people want to enter, um, I'm just going to get mushy while waiting. So I really want to thank you guys all for being here with me. I started this just about a year ago, close to a year ago. And I met some amazing people in the community and amazing people out there on the other pages and other communities, Mike at Hudson Valley and Trinet Vision and um, Fuzzy and just all of these guys, all of you guys with your channels, and those of you that don't have channels, Wolfgang, who I love to banter with in my chat, even though I'm sure I missed a few snipe comments that were all in fun tonight. You guys are amazing, and I was so excited when I hit 1,000 subs, and my goal was never, ever, ever to get monetized. It never was. I always wanted to help you guys and share with you guys and share my readings and my lessons. That's how I started. I wanted to share my Bible lessons and my Bible readings, which I still do. I will never, ever stop doing that. Um, and then I wanted to expand and I wanted to teach you guys how to do herbs and I wanted to teach you guys how to do things for yourselves with canning and dehydrating and just share different products with you guys that I think are really cool. And I'm grateful for that. Uh, Less than a year, you guys have gotten me to that 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers. You've stuck with me through all of my trial and errors. of my laptop crashing and having to sit on the floor with my phone and my tablet and my chair plopping down and just all kinds of um, crazy things that have happened over the last year. And I'm grateful because you guys have got me to that point where my channel is officially monetized. So you may actually get more commercials, and I'm sorry for that. Um, but I'm absolutely blessed all the way around for you guys listening to me and sticking with me. And truly, I thank you. And I hope you share my messages. My readings are more important to me. My biblical lessons are more important to me for you guys to share than anything else. So if you guys can share those, I really want those to go out and touch the people that they need to touch. And truly, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being with me on this journey. It's been a blessing to meet all of you. Um, so let me go back and see how many. We have 11 entries. 11 entries. So um, what time is it? We have 19 people in the chat and we have 11 entries. We will give just one more minute. If anyone else last minute wants to join, it is all um, uppercase, the word book, BOOK. Put it in the chat and you will automatically be entered into this drawing. Now, once you win, if your name is drawn, please email me your whatever address you would like it sent to, even if you want to gift it to somebody else. Let me know whatever address you want it sent to. I'll send it. As long as you're not overseas, I can't send anything like that overseas, unfortunately. Um, but I am more than happy to ship it to you all. Let me share the screen again. We have 12 entries. All right, are we ready? Dun, 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 dun. Drum roll, please. Who do we have? Vision, my moderator, won this book. That is hilarious. Congratulations. And let me get back to my screen. You guys, that was not planned at all, but I am happy to send you this book. I think I have your address. I'll check, but I think I have your address. Give it to someone else. You want me to draw again? Let me know. If you want me to draw again, I will draw again. That was pretty hilarious, though. Okay. All right, you guys, I am going to draw again. Vision is going to re-gift. So I think you guys should still be in. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to draw again. Let me share. This is so funny. What are the odds? All right. So I'm going to draw again. Ready? Here we go. Jeep Girl, are you still in the chat? Jeep Girl, yes, you are. All right, I see you. So, Jeep Girl, send me your address, my mother's spark at gmail.com, or whatever address you would like it sent to. And I will be more than happy to get this in the mail to you guys or to you. I don't know if there's more than one of you. So send me your address, my mother's spark at gmail.com. I almost said Jeep mail. And I will send you this book. It is awesome. I really like it a lot. It is it's definitely got some really cool skills in it. And if you already know a lot of these skills, which I would be amazed and very envious if you knew all of these skills. You can always regift it. Um, but yeah, send me your address and I'll get this out in the mail to you. Oh, good night, Maria. Good night, Mickey. I can. Yes, White Rabbit. It is Back to Basics. Back to Basics. The complete. Oh, let me get your comment off. That might help, huh? There. The complete guide to traditional skills, bind, whatever, all that good stuff. And this is the back. And that is such a small amount of what is actually in this book because there's so much more. So if you guys have any questions, um, we have about 8 minutes left. I know I missed a good bit of the chat. I saw some of them, but I wanted to get through all the traditions and some memories and do the drawing and tell you about the 24th and tell you about the stuff that I have on the 24th to give you guys. And thank Fuzzy for recommending this book to me. Thank you so much. Um, that was it's a great book. I have one for myself and then this one is going away, but yes, from Reader's Digest. Yes, it is. Whatever happened to Reader's Digest? Are they still around even? Like the regular little, you remember the little books? Um, Reader's Digest books? I used to read those. Those used to be really cool. So I don't see any questions, guys. I truly thank all of you for being here tonight. And yeah, the traditions are cool. Everyone definitely does things differently around the world. Good night, Filipino boy. They went away with all the magazines. That is a shame. That is a shame. They were really good. And then they went to all these trash magazines of talking about which celebrity is doing this. It's terrible. I'm actually drinking tea tonight, Wolfang. I've got tea tonight. Coffee's in the morning. I hope that I see you guys on the 24th. Like I said, I don't remember the time, but I believe I'm doing that stream earlier. It is in the community tab. Please share that stream out because I have a lot of stuff to give away. And hopefully we can get more winners in. And let's see. I can't think of anything else, guys. Uh, are you going back to Hudson Valley, William? I would love to go back. I will. It's just not. I can't go every year, unfortunately. It costs a good bit of money and gas to get up there. But I would like to get up there again. Let's see. Cheap Girl, I think I just got your email. I did. Okay, Cheap Girl, I got your email. So I'll get that out in the mail. But William, I do want to go back up there. I will eventually get up there again. I just can't do it every year because it costs a good bit of money and funds are tight for everyone everywhere. But I'll make it up there again. And when I do decide to go up there, I will let you guys know because I know there's a lot of people that I missed going up there. And I'll probably post that on my community page so that you guys know when I do get up there. Yeah, I can't think. I actually am also working on a website myself. It actually is up right now. It's just very basic, and I need to do a little bit more work, but just the basic. There's a contact me page if you want to get a hold of me. That way you can. It's at mymotherspark.com. I'm eventually going to be adding some videos up there the same ones that you have here. And everyone, every company I'm affiliated with is on that page as well. So if you want to check those out, you can check those out. There's quite a bit of them. Um, I have a couple more that I need to add, and it is it's got a contact page, about me page, so it's very basic. It's nothing special, um, but you can check that out if you'd like. And oh, really? That is awesome! Happy birthday, Jeep Girl. That is awesome. Look at that. God makes things happen. That's amazing. Other than that, y'all, be safe and be kind. Um, don't forget your own Christmas traditions to pass on to your family so they keep going. Christmas isn't about buying 10,000 gifts for people. It is about loving each other. It is about, well, it's actually about remembering the birth of Jesus, but other than that, don't let these TV commercials make you think you have to go buy this or buy that. Go back to the old days where you would string popcorn for the tree and make your gifts and just spend time together. Another tradition I did when I was younger is every Christmas morning I read the Christmas story out of the Bible. I did that forever, and then my son did it when he was younger. So keep those traditions alive, keep them going, teach your children so your children can teach their children. Be safe, and I love you guys. You guys are amazing. So have a good night and God bless. Mwah.